Hot news! Welcome to New Sky TV. Today's spotlight belongs to Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen. How Yuzi Good Rain Knows the season. Officially premiered on the Hongguo short drama platform at 12:08 a.m. on August 14th. Pre-launch reservations exceeded 2.28 million, with some platforms recording as many as 2.46 million. This marks the third collaboration between Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen, a pairing that should have generated immense fan excitement. However, the involvement of screenwriter Yi Fei sparked backlash among some of Guo Yuxin's fans, leading to calls to boycott the show. This presents a dilemma. On one hand, there is massive pre-launch hype, on the other, fan controversy. Can the show's plot and acting ultimately turn the tide of public opinion? Will this third collaboration between Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen become a smash hit or their most controversial work? Perhaps the real surprise isn't the high number of reservations, but the fact that the conflict between Guo Yuxin and Yi Fei coincided exactly with the show's launch, a particularly delicate situation. Public data shows over 2.28 million reservations, peaking at 2.46 million on some platforms, and the reunion of Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen has generated significant anticipation. Doesn't this level of buzz suggest that audiences remain deeply interested in their pairing? Yet, looking at it from another angle, fan controversy and a show's popularity are distinct matters. While fans might harbor resentment toward the screenwriter, the willingness of general audiences to watch the series ultimately depends on whether the plot can hook them, a fundamental reality of the short drama market. The story of Haozi is highly relatable. Guo Yuxin plays Shisui, a single mother raising her child alone after a romantic betrayal, while Wang Haozhen plays Song Jiji, a man also burdened by past emotional wounds. When these two, both scarred by love, meet in Dali, will they spark a romance that defies the conventions of typical sweet romance dramas? Notably, the production team filmed on location in Dali, Yunnan, seamlessly weaving the misty Kangshan Mountains, the sunset over Erhe Lake, and the authentic atmosphere of the ancient town into the narrative. Will this fusion of natural scenery and character emotion make their romance feel all the more tender and genuine? From the audience's perspective, the draw may lie not just in the third collaboration between Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen, but in the anticipation of seeing two wounded souls gradually draw closer to one another, a narrative arc that likely resonates more deeply than a story filled merely with sweet, romantic moments. For Guo Yuxin, facing a mix of controversy and high expectations, the question is whether her performance can make viewers tune out the external noise and refocus their attention on the character herself. As for Wang Haozhen, will the role of Song Jiji, a taciturn, seemingly aloof architect harboring hidden emotional scars, mark a new breakthrough in his acting career? Even more intriguing is how factors such as fan sentiment, the actor's third team-up, high pre-release interest, and a story of emotional healing all intertwine. Good Rain Knows the season. How Yuzi is not merely another new drama launch, but a compelling case study on whether a production can transcend external controversy, a dynamic that naturally heightens curiosity about how the plot will unfold. This raises the question, when Shisui arrives in Dali with her child Dale, only to unexpectedly cross paths with Song Jiji, a man equally reluctant to open up, how exactly will these two strangers navigate the stages of tentative probing, growing closeness, and budding romance? And regarding that encounter by Erhe Lake, what specific detail will spark a shift in mindset for two people who had previously stopped believing in love? What truly merits attention now is how Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen will portray this process of gradually drawing closer, and how the narrative will draw viewers step by step into the emotional worlds of Shisui and Song Jiji. If their previous two collaborations merely made the audience recognize the pair, has Good Rain Knows the season now sparked anticipation among fans for a fresh kind of chemistry between them? From National Husband Takes Me Home and Meteor to the current Good Rain Knows the season, the fact that this is their third collaboration serves as a major selling point. Furthermore, the audience base built through those earlier works likely explains the immense pre-release interest surrounding this new series. What makes it even more intriguing is a subtle detail in the title that sparks fans' imaginations. The character Hao mirrors the Hao in Wang Haozhen's name, while Yu evokes the Yu in Guo Yuxin's name. Doesn't this linguistic coincidence lend a touch of special romance to the Shenzhen trilogy? Yet, to me, the real focus shouldn't be on some notion of destiny. Instead, the question is whether the two actors, having collaborated twice before, can portray a more natural and mature emotional evolution in this third installment. isn't that far more significant than simply manufacturing sweet, romantic moments? After all, real-life relationships rarely ignite with explosive passion the moment two people meet. Rather, they evolve gradually through repeated interactions, spoken words, and tiny, telling details. Doesn't the sense of a steady, enduring flow perfectly echo the title Good Rain Knows the Season? This is especially poignant given that both Shisui and Song Jiji have been emotionally wounded in the past. When facing love again, can they truly trust another person without reservation, as they might have in their youth? One is navigating a new path in life while raising a child, while the other masks their emotions behind a wall of silence. When two people who are reluctant to open up finally meet, who will be the one to take that first step? Judging by the information released so far, the mountains of Dali, the breezes of Erhay Lake, and the bustling atmosphere of the ancient town serve as vital backdrops for the characters' relationship, far more than mere aesthetic decoration. Won't this approach, where the scenery mirrors the characters' emotions, create a more immersive viewing experience? From the perspective of an ordinary viewer, what really matters is simple: does the relationship feel authentic? Do the characters evoke empathy? Does the plot compel one to keep watching? These are the factors that determine whether a short drama can truly captivate its audience. Personally, I hope the show doesn't rush to deliver sweet moments. Instead, I look forward to seeing the process of hesitation, tentative probing, and gradual closeness between the two. After all, the most captivating moments in a relationship aren't always the sweetest ones. Sometimes, it's that moment when words are on the tip of the tongue that remain unspoken. Don't you agree? If Good Rain Knows the Season can truly capture this blend of tenderness and restraint, then the third collaboration between Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen might prove to be more than just a simple reunion. It could represent a more mature creative synergy between the two actors and this genre of heartwarming romance, a prospect well worth anticipating. And when Hao and Yu are brought together in the same story once again by a timely rain, is it merely an intriguing coincidence, or a romantic Easter egg planted by the production team for the audience? Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.